Hey, Bleedbigblue. Tim from the podcast. Just wanted to come talk to you guys. It's that time of the week where we pick out a comment that happens to catch our eye and we go a little deeper into that comment. Well, I got to apologize to the CEO, Marco, because that's not what I'm going to do this week. Because this is about a bunch of the comments. And I really feel that some of you younger Giants fans need a wake-up call, and I'm here to give it to you. So, again, here it did stem from the comments. It started from the Dez Bryant video we put out there to see if Dez would possibly come to the Giants. Now, I had no problem with that. I'm on the fence. You could actually convince me either way on Dez. Actually, I think he would be all right with us if he came in on a cheap deal. But that's not what it was about. I saw a bunch of comments saying, we don't need Dez. We have Brandon Marshall. Now, when you come to that defense of not getting Dez Bryant, that's where I have a problem. One, if you heard the podcast at all last year, we were big believers in Brandon Marshall. We actually were hoping, and our prayers came true prior to the free agency. We called it weeks ahead that Brandon Marshall would become a Giant. And it happened, and we were all excited about it. The problem with that was Brandon Marshall didn't live up to anything. Brandon Marshall didn't do anything in his time as a Giant. Now, was he coming around? I guess you can definitely maybe say that. But the guy had an ankle injury that took him out for the season. So he's coming off an ankle injury, coming back. The guy's 34 years old now. And you're expecting him to, be a better athlete than Dez Bryant, who's not even 30 yet? I think Dez Bryant's 29, 28. That makes no sense. So whoever has that defense of, we have Brandon Marshall, and we can count on him, I don't know where you're coming from because he didn't do anything for us last year. Now, that got me on the same defense of these people that are saying we don't need to draft a quarterback because we have Eli. Now, why don't we need to draft a quarterback? Because we have a 37-year-old quarterback that could literally retire any year. And let's be honest, we're not going to sign him to extension. He's got 2 years left on his contract. We're not signing him to an extension after that. As much as I hate to say this, Eli is not Tom Brady. So, all you people that think there's no need to have a quarterback, the only defense I'll take is if you believe in Davis Webb. It's not, Eli can play for, 5, 10 more years? That's not going to happen, guys. Eventually, this team has to look to the future. If they don't look to the future, we're going to end up being like teams like the Buffalo Bills, who haven't had a quarterback, a legitimate quarterback, since Jim Kelly. Or, some of these other franchises, such as like Cleveland, who's still looking for that starting quarterback they can actually call a franchise quarterback. We were lucky enough to have Eli Manning for 15 great years and maybe a couple more. Now, but we need to start looking to the future. So some of you younger Giants fans that don't know anything but Eli, get used to it. You know what? Do a little research on your team. Look at the years that we didn't have a franchise quarterback. The Dave Brown years, the Kent Graham years. They weren't fun. And any Giants fan in those days will tell you that. So, we're not trying to relive those days. Do I want a Super Bowl this year? Yes. Do I think Eli could possibly get us there? Yes. But if we're not looking to the future, we're doing ourselves a big disservice. That's some of the stuff I had to get off my chest. I just saw some comments. I saw multiple comments on both of them, really pumping up Eli and pumping up Brandon Marshall, which, hey, if that's who you guys like, that's cool, and I'm all for them. As long as they're a Giant, I'm always gonna root for them. But you gotta be realistic, because as much as I love the Giants, I want to continue to love them and not have to go through another 3-13 season. I bleed big blue, always.
Thanks a lot, Tim, for, mixing it up and doing your own thing. Don't worry, it doesn't make this any harder at all. What's up, everyone? My name is Marco. I am the CEO and the host of the Bleed Big Blue podcast. And as Timmy's done prior to me, I'll go through a couple comments that caught my eye and expand on them, and that's about that. Searching through my phone and my comments, I think the person deleted it because I don't see it right now. But basically, he was saying, why do we always go in on Odell Beckham? Now, honestly, Odell is probably my favorite Giant right now. I think he is the most talented player on the Giants. But if you mess up, I'm not going to let it slide. Now, I'm not sure if this comment was directed towards the trade rumors or the pizza and a Coke rumors. I'm not sure really which one. The whole model pizza and a Coke is a bad look, and you can't tell me otherwise. That just can't happen. If it's over the trade rumors, there's a big difference, and I'll break it down to you. Any player, at any position, on any team, could be traded at any time. Whether that's Odell Beckham, Eli Manning, anyone. That doesn't mean that you want the player traded. It's just you listen to the offers. It doesn't mean you're going to trade them. You're just listening to what the offers could be. Because you never know. Another team could blow you out of the water. 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. Then it becomes difficult. And then you have to make up your mind. So, can Odell Beckham be traded? The answer is yes. Do I want Odell Beckham to be traded? The answer is no. Alright, the next comment up is from Scoldwell46. This is in reference to Saquon Barkley. It says, I hope the Giants take him, much to the dislike of this channel and admin. And to that I say, well, I like Saquon. I'd love for him to be a Giant. Don't think you take him at 2. Think you could get him at 5. I think you could get him lower than that. But 5 is probably your safe bet. So if you're not going to take a quarterback, you heard me say it a million times, you trade the pick down. Pick up multiples in the next year and stay within that first 7 to 8 range, and you'll probably still get Saquon. At worst, you'll get either Chubb or Nelson. Both are excellent picks, while picking up additionals in future years. Because the way it looks now, quarterbacks are going to go pretty early, meaning 1 through 5. Dropping positional players. Do I love Saquon? Yes, he's awesome. But I don't want him at 2 when I could get him at 5. Next up is from Farron G. And the comment is, thoughts on Davis Webb? Do you see him as our potential quarterback of the future? And this one we covered a little bit on the podcast Sunday morning. And it's so damn hard to tell. I've seen the videos on Twitter, and it looked like his footwork has improved. He can throw the ball pretty well. But that's basically playing against no one, no defense, just footwork and arm strength and arm accuracy along that line. That's amazingly tough to tell if that's going to translate into a game. But you do see improvement there. Now, I would have loved to see him play at least one game last year. One game. 2 quarters. 2 BS quarters. Would have been awesome. But no, that was a failure on the administration, and David Gettleman is a part of that because he was there for the last few games. I like Davis Webb, but I feel so many people are so high on him, it's going to make it so difficult. So difficult. I think people may be in for a letdown, but I'm definitely rooting for him. I see he has the work ethic, and he does have potential, but 3rd-round guys, difficult to make a big mark in the NFL, especially at the quarterback position. But if he keeps working hard, let's see how he plays this preseason, and then we get our answer. Next comment up is from D Nice, who says he has a funny feeling that he thinks that the Giants are going to F this up. I don't see it. I think the Giants, as of now, will take Saquon. Looks like they're going to take him with the second pick. I'm not sure if this is a smokescreen, but that's what everything is leaning towards now. So Saquon at the second, he's a solid player. I don't think it's going to be a bust. It's going to be pretty hard for the Giants to mess this up because all the guys that they are talking about look like real hard workers and have a lot of potential. Now, always an injury can throw a wrench into everything. So you got to get the pick right, and you got to be a little lucky, but I don't think they're going to mess it up. They could select a bunch of players at that 2 spot, and I think it'll be a good pick. All right, everyone, let's close this video down. We're at the end. Congrats, you made it. Do yourself a favor. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. This way, when we go live or put out a new video, you don't miss anything. Even though the notification system on YouTube has been a little crappy, throw a follow on Twitter as well to see what's up. I'll put a link to that in the description. I know I'm way behind on answering the comments in the comment section below, but these videos are a good way to answer some of those. I will talk to everyone tomorrow. Peace out.